Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here, and I don't know why I'm here. Besides the fact that a long time ago, two people had a very irresponsible night, and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life. But anyway, as you can clearly read, this is Slay the Princess. First off, music. Whoever did this, aces. This is amazing. Now, I've seen a few other people play through this, and honestly, it looked like kind of fun, so I've decided I'm going to try 3 playthroughs and see what I get in those 3. So let's see what happens, shall we? Now, what are my controls here, if they're already? Enter, activates the interface, arrow keys, escape, control. Can I just shift to my mouse? Yeah, here we go. I'd rather use my mouse. Left click. Advances dialogue and activates interference. Rolls forward to later dialogue. Rolls back. Yeah. Keyboard is a lot. So I think we'll just go with the mouse. What are my options? Skip, unseen text, after transit sources, animated backgrounds, auto forward time. What the hell? Okay, I don't know. So let's see what happens, shall we? The hero and the princess. That was weird. What?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Preferences. Yeah. Just turn off those and see if that helps. Okay. It seems that that's done something good. I think. Alright. He said, slay her or it'll be the end of the world. Okay. End of the world, what are you talking about? These are that the only reason? Here we go. She's going to those because she's like, killing the princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Oh, okay, thanks for telling what to do. Sweet, I always wanted to offer monarch. Viva la revolution! What the? Can I get some backstory here?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Now, I mean, the no more birds, no more trees thing and all, I wouldn't be okay with that, but no more people? I mean, have you seen the human race lately? Do you have any evidence to back this? Ow. Huh.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
All I did was turn on a game, dude.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
What? Okay, what happens if she gets out?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Yeah, but...
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view
Okay,
this
give me
situation.
pragmatic. Let's see what pragmatic is.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay, that's actually kind of funny.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, jeez. Now, I kind of want to hit this, but I think I should just go ahead. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's do this shite.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Whoever did the artwork for this is nice.
A warning before you go any
Now
further.
a warning!
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Who the fuck are you?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, why is there a voice in my head? I just like the design of that cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I love how whenever you
Only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Do I have a choice of the sub-choice? Fine. I'll take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. That was actually sufficiently creepy. What in the hell is my
basement creaks
mouse?
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, right.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
Well, she's a princess.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Oh, shut up! I just didn't want to choose one of those answers.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
I like her voice actress.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't think I feel like I want to drop it, so I'm just gonna hold on to it, okay? Why can't there just be an option to hold it in a loose grip?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Okay.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
I don't think
know
so.
what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Pretty is such a cool Tim Burton-esque look. I love it.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Not to make things even more awkward, but do you know why you're here to kill me?
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation. Do you?
Don't just tell her that.
Will you shut up?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Let's see.
Just how long has she been down here?
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Yeah.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Yeah, that's what I'm now.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
God dang
You're
it.
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Yeah, right.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment,
I love her
the blade
design.
hits the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Damn, what the fuck am I? Am I some kind of lizard man or something?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yep.
The princess clutches the wound, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
You know what? I don't care. In the world, baby.
Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let
Wait,
her
what the
escape
fuck are you about to do, you asshole?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey, no I do not.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Hey,
Watch me.
hey! What the fuck? Warn her. There we go.
Stop that.
Oh. I thought this was a little too easy.
I really do love her design.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess dodges? Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Fuck off! That's what slave. There we go. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh, fuck.
She knocks your legs out from under you with a swift kick. You didn't even see it coming.
Whoops.
You fall to the ground, the wind leaving your lungs all at once in a violent puff, and her knee settles on your throat. You try to gasp for air, but she pushes on your windpipe with weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. You won't draw another breath. When she manages to escape from this place and brings ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault.
Oh.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happening. I'm sorry, but it's over.
This is a really nice design, though. This is nice.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You died. The real Slay the Princess starts here. What? The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Wait, didn't we just go
it will
through
be the
this?
end of the world.
Yes, terrible sense of deja.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us has been here.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. We can help her.
Voice of the
Just
doubting.
have to find a way. Oh, is there another one of us in here?
What the hell?
Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you.
All of us. How
Just
many are in my head
stay
right
focused
now?
on the
Is this a Sensei situation here?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
What?
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Whatever.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this
Wait!
path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
Oh,
after all.
fuck you!
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
Bull.
I have one last warning.
Wait, what the hell? Where that wall came from?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
That wall
Don't
wasn't
believe
there
a word she
before.
says.
Why is there a wall?
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say the word wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
God, Lord. I don't want to do. Where did this wall come from? Is that just because I tried to leave?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely empty. The air stale and musty. The floor and walls covered in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sure. Take the knife.
You take the blade from the table.
Yeah, hush you.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be? I think we're in love.
What the hell?
For everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Hero, I think we need to have a talk.
Don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the farm.
Okay, she looks different.
She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen?
Yes.
It must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
What the hell? Wait, what just happened? Okay, well, I got the damsel ending, but what the hell just happened? Oh, hell, I'll give all the credit to these people. Man, that was good. Okay, so I'm kind of concerned. So, damn. Oh, hey, I've watched this guy. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. Alright, so I think I'm gonna try that again. See what I get next. Alright, but real quick, I gotta take a pause, so I'll be right back. Okay, back and ready to start round 2 of this. Let's see what we get. Go. Okay, starting over, obviously. But it is a demo, so let's see.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. Yeah, let's go with this.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Excuse you.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know what...
Let's see.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Definitely.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I know, he speaks more sense than you. Hey, what the hell?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Uh-huh.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Uh-huh. And? Let's see, which answer do I want? Good, Mayward should die, so they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. Or, you're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Yeah, this sounds more like me.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
What the hell?
Look at that. You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh, for frick's sake.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong
I love
one
how
for
pissed
pretty
off the
much
narrator
everyone
sounds like he's
who ever
getting.
lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
And?
And here we go. As you trudge into the
what
woods,
the
something
fuck?
strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Dude, I just don't want to do this.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The stranger. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that
There's
path
a wall.
is a cabin.
Okay, if I ever try to
And
get
in
it,
the
I get that
basement
wall.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. What are you talking about? Those walls have always been there. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost, or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yeah, screw this guy. They might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways.
Voice the contrarian.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and
Yeah, this is a Sensei situation here, and I love it.
I have one last one. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yeah.
Maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them, they're just being difficult for the sake of it.
Well, yeah. But then again, being contrary is how I do. What the hell was that?
The interior of the cabin is odd, the air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending
Man,
monstrosity?
this just looks crazy.
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Fine.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world with...
Yeah.
The door to the basement
All
creaks
looks
open,
normal.
revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy, oppressive, with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Is someone there?
Okay, that's sufficiently
This
creepy.
Isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she? I think we'd all like to know. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
What the fuck?
She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile. Good lord. Something in
Dear
her neck
fuck.
bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
Okay. Any more ways to die? Wow. Okay. So, I got the damsel. I got the stranger. Let's see what I can pull up now.
You're on a path in the woods.
Let's see.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Let's see. The first time I tried to play like me, and I guess that means I get the
Is a
damsel.
princess.
Then I tried to be an ass. So,
You're here.
let's see.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, stuff's frozen.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Okay.
Her voice can't.
Who's there?
It's commanding. Don't let it fool you.
Yeah.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Uh-huh.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already.
What the hell am I?
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? It's over. Don't get all worked up. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
What
Only
the fuck?
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find
What
is
the
nothing at all.
fuck?
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, fuck this.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now.
God
This is
damn
what's
it.
best for everyone. Trust me.
It's not what's best for me, you
Time
jackass.
passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Bull.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
I'll take it.
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Yeah, fuck you.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Should have come down here beginning.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Spectre. Interesting.
You're on a path, and you're here to slay her.
Yeah, let's just skip ahead. Hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or, if it has, I certainly haven't been a part. If he doesn't remember what happened, that's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Okay.
I've always been here. I've just gotten a little louder. And I'm ready for all of us to have a marvelous time. Just...
Okay.
How unfortunate that the sole person capable of slaying the princess also seems to be somewhat insane.
Insane my ass, you
As long as you
prick!
get the job done, it doesn't matter.
Narrator, what the hell? I really do love whoever's doing the narrator's voice.
Have one last word. She will lie, you're right. She won't be a problem. I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told. The situation couldn't be more...
Yeah. Whoa.
interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The
What
only item of
shutters?
furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. Before
What?
you have a chance to even think about taking it, the top of a hand appears from underneath the floorboard.
That's a head, not a hand.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Oh, wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
A ghost!
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
If this were Phasmophobia, we'd be fucked.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Killer. I guess
Hey.
we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Yeah. So, that was 3, and I love this. I kind of want to try to see, because like I said, there's 7 others, so if you want to see that, let me know down below. And while you're there, please do the holy trifecta of YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. And, you know, I really want to see what this game turns into further down the way. I'll catch you next time, alright? See ya.